In this video, I'll write a complete 90-second property tour video script, the voiceover you'd use in a walkthrough video or an Instagram reel, in under 6 minutes, starting from nothing but a property sheet. Normally, writing this kind of script takes me 45 minutes, staring at the property notes, trying to find an angle, writing a draft, hating the draft, starting over. This workflow ends that. Here's exactly how. Before we start, quick disclaimer. This is a productivity demo, not professional advice. The data on screen is fictional. Real estate rules vary by country and state. Check your broker and local regulations before using any of this with real clients. Some tool links are affiliate. Full disclosure in the description. Now, the workflow. Here's the situation. You've just listed a property. The photographer is done, the photos look great, and you know you should do a video. Buyers engage with video 3 times more than static photos. But writing the voiceover script is the thing that keeps getting pushed to tomorrow, because it's genuinely hard. You're looking at a property sheet with square footage, bedroom count, and a few bullet points about updates, and you have to turn that into a narrative that makes someone feel something about a house they haven't walked into yet. Doing that well from scratch, with a hook, a logical room-by-room flow, a lifestyle close, takes time. And most of us don't have the copywriting background to make it feel natural. So we either write something generic, or we skip the video altogether. Neither of those is a good outcome for your listing or your brand. I use this one every single week. It saves me the most time of any workflow in this whole category. Let me show you why. Opening Claude, new conversation. Pasting in the property sheet. This is our sample data, fictional property, for bedrooms, 2 baths, kitchen renovation, backyard, asking $485. In real life, this is literally your MLS input sheet or the property notes you made during the walkthrough. You don't need to clean it up, paste it as is. Before I run the real prompt, let me show you what happens when I give Claude too little context. I've seen agents just paste the address and the price and ask for a script. Here's what that gets you. See that? It wrote something, but look closely. It mentioned a sunlit breakfast nook and a recently renovated master suite, none of which are in the property notes. It invented features. That's a real problem. You can't put a script about a breakfast nook in your listing video if there's no breakfast nook. Beyond being inaccurate, in some jurisdictions that creates a misrepresentation issue. This is why the detailed prompt matters, not just for quality, but for accuracy. New conversation. Pasting the property sheet again, then the full prompt. I'll also show you why I include the fair housing instruction explicitly in the prompt. That's an important piece we'll talk about in a minute. There's our 90-second script. Let me read through the opening. There are homes you walk into and immediately feel the intention behind every design choice. This is one of them. That's a character-based hook, not a feature list. That's the difference between a script that makes someone stop scrolling and one that doesn't. Moving into the kitchen section, it leads with the renovation and the gas range, frames it around the experience of cooking, not just the specs. Let me scroll down to the outdoor close. Nice. It describes the covered patio and the mature trees as a backyard that gives you the feeling of having more space than the square footage suggests. That's the kind of line that takes me 15 minutes to write manually. Claude produced it because I gave it the feature and it extrapolated the lifestyle benefit. That's the job. Now, before we use this script, I want to pause here and talk about fair housing for 30 seconds. Even though I explicitly told Claude to avoid fair housing sensitive language in the prompt, I still read the output before I use it. Always. I'll show you why I include the instruction and why I still check. In this output, let me scan. The neighborhood close says close to community amenities and parks. That's neutral. That's fine. It does not say anything about neighborhood character, demographics, school quality rankings, or anything that implies preference for a particular buyer type. It passed. But I've had outputs come back with phrases like quiet, established neighborhood, which can be interpreted as coded language in a fair housing context. The instruction in the prompt reduces the risk, but your eyes on the output are the final check. Okay, so you've got the full 90-second walkthrough script. Now let's say you also want a punchy 45-second version for an Instagram reel or TikTok. Same conversation, one more prompt. There's the reel version. Shorter, faster-paced, punchy opener. Same house, different rhythm for a different format. Now in 6 minutes total, I have both. The full walkthrough voiceover for a property tour video and the punchy reel cut for social. 2 content pieces from one session. I copy both scripts into a Google document, label them clearly, 90 seconds walkthrough voiceover and 45 seconds reel voiceover. When you're shooting, You open the doc on your phone, and it's right there. If you work with a videographer or editor, you can send them the doc directly as a brief. Let's compare. Manual process, 45 minutes, staring at a property sheet, blank page anxiety, often producing something generic or skipping the video entirely. This workflow, 6 minutes, 2 complete scripts, a 90-second walkthrough voiceover with a character-based hook and proper 5-section structure, and a 45-second reel version ready for social. Both written from actual property features with a fair housing instruction baked into the prompt. Time saved is real, but the bigger win is that you actually do it. The video that doesn't get made because the script was too hard is the biggest opportunity cost in listing marketing. This removes the friction that was stopping you. And I want to close with this again because it matters. Review AI-generated listing copy for fair housing compliance before posting to MLS or using it publicly. AI doesn't know fair housing rules, you do? The prompt instruction is a layer of protection. Your review is the real check. If you're ever uncertain about a specific phrase, run it by your broker's compliance officer. That 30-second read-through is never optional. Both prompts from this video, the 90-second walkthrough version and the 45-second reel version, are in the description with the fair housing instruction already included. Copy them, paste your property details, and you've got your next video script in under 10 minutes. The prompt pack for real estate agents has the full listing content collection, link in the description. Subscribe for the next workflow. We post every week. And if there's a specific listing marketing situation you want to see covered, drop it in the comments.